नमस्कार दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है। अभी हम कर रहे हैं इंग्लिश की करंट अफेयर्स, ठीक है। और ये कब की है? ये है 24 से लेकर 26 तारीख तक की। पहला टॉपिक है ब्रिटेन से लेकर। ब्रिटेन पासेस ऋषि सुनक एम्बिशियस रवांडा माइग्रेंट बिल आफ्टर फेसिंग 2 years ऑफ चैलेंज। 2 साल के चैलेंज के बाद फाइनली रवांडा माइग्रेंट बिल पास हो गया है। The UK Parliament has passed the contentious bill allowing the government to send asylum seekers to Rwanda for their claims to be considered by the East African nation, reported CNN. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's effort to pass the bill had been stuck between opposition in the Houses of Parliament and challenges in the British courts, as lawmakers and activists have sought to scupper the legislation on human rights ground. Renowned Bangladeshi singer Rizwana Chaudhary Banaya receives Padma Shri Award. Renowned Bangladeshi singer Rizwana Chaudhary Banaya received the prestigious Padma Shri Award on Monday. The President of India, Draupadi Murmu, presented the Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri Award for the year 2024 at the civil investiture ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. Rizwana Chaudhary Banaya received the award for her contribution in the field of art, an accomplished professional singer from Bangladesh. She is a devotee practitioner of Ravindra Sangeet. She sang Vaishnav Janto to commemorate the 150th या 150वां birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Indian earthquake in Toronto. Gary Kasparov hails Gukesh for his victory in FIDE candidates. Chess legend Gary Kasparov lauded India's 17-year-old Grandmaster D. Gukesh following his remarkable victory in the FIDE candidates, saying that it was an Indian earthquake in Toronto. The 17-year-old India on Monday etched on his name in history by triumphing in FIDE candidates chess tournament 2024, emerging as the youngest ever contender for the world title after a thrilling final round in Toronto. Malaysian Navy helicopters collide in mid-air, 10 killed. 2 Malaysian Navy helicopters collided in mid-air during a rehearsal for a naval parade on Tuesday, killing all 10 crew members aboard, the Navy said in a statement. The incident occurred at the Lumat Naval Base in the western state of Perak at 9:32 a.m. on Tuesday morning, 0132 GMT, the Navy said. Everest say its food products are safe after Hong Kong halts sale. Indian spice maker Everest Food Products said on Tuesday that its products were safe after authorities in Singapore asked an importer to detain one of them for inspection following a sale ban in Hong Kong. Only one of 60 Everest products had been held for examination, Rajiv Shah, a company director, said in a statement, adding they were safe and there was no need for concern. Indian economy stellar performance to continue with 7% growth, RBI member said. Indian economy is showing no sign of slowing down, with the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee MPC member Shashank Bhide exuding confidence that the country can sustain a robust 7% growth rate in the current fiscal year and beyond. Asia most affected by climate disasters in 2023 heat waves, fatalities rising in India, UN report said. Asia was world's most disaster-hit region by weather, climate, and water hazards in 2023, the World Meteorological Organization WMO said, with floods and storms causing the highest number of casualties. In a report published On Tuesday, WMO said that 79 disasters linked into hydrometeorological events had been reported in Asia 2023. More than 80% of these were related to floods and storms that caused more than 2,000 deaths. Internet subscribers grew by 1.96% in December quarter, TRAI report said. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TIR full form, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, okay, on Tuesday released the Indian Telecom Service Performance Indicator report for the quarter ending December 31, 2023. The report shows an increase in the total number of internet subscribers, rising from 1918.19 million in September 2023 to 1936.60 million in December 2023, making a quarterly growth of 1.96%. Among these subscribers, the number of weird internet subscribers are 38.57 million, while 897.59 million access the internet wirelessly. US remains top choice for Indian students pursuing higher education abroad, SGMI report. Amidst growing concerns about affordability, safety, and quality of education, the United States maintains its status as the preferred destination for a large majority of Indian students aspiring to pursue higher education abroad. According to the latest findings from the Oxford International Student Global Mobility Index SGMI, the SGMI study conducted in a collaboration between Oxford International and the Knowledge Partnership sheds light on the key factors influencing the decisions of Indian students is in choosing their educational destinations abroad. India makes a strong showing at GISEC 2024 in Dubai. India's cybersecurity industry is making a significant impact at the ongoing GISEC 2024 conference in Dubai. The Data Security Council of India (DSCI) has brought together 22 Indian companies to showcase the nation's growing expertise in this critical field. This participation underscores India's remarkable progress in cybersecurity, fueled by a surge in startups supported by both government and industry initiatives. These efforts have resulted in increased international market traction. Consul General of India at Dubai, Shri Satish Kumar Sivan, inaugurated the Indian Pavilion at GISEC. ठीक है, किससे रिलेटेड है ये? साइबर सिक्योरिटी से. UK spent 2.5% of GDP on डिफेंस बाय 2023 सेज सुनक ने कहा है कि यूनाइटेड किंगडम ब्रिटेन जो है 2.5% GDP का अपना हिस्सा खर्च करेगा किस पे? डिफेंस पे. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said on Tuesday he would lift defense spending to 2.5% of GDP a year by 2030, saying the British arms industry must be on a war footing when the world is at its most dangerous since the Cold War. Standing alongside NATO leader Jens Stoltenberg, Sunak said Britain would spend an additional £75 million, $93 billion over 6 years to increase the production of munitions and drones, making Britain the second largest defense spender in NATO. US Senate said to approve aid package for Ukraine, Israel and other allies. Days after the US House of Representatives approved a USD 95.3 billion foreign aid package for Ukraine, Israel and other American allies, the Senate is set to pass the multi-billion-dollar national security package and has cleared a procedural hurdle, setting up a final vote, reported The Hill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said on the floor that the time has come to finish the job to help our friends avoid once and for all. Let us not keep our friends around the world waiting for the moment longer. Schumer added, US warned Pakistan of potential risk of sanctions for doing trade with Iran. The US on Tuesday local time warned Pakistan of potential risk of sanctions, adding that they will continue to disrupt and take actions against proliferation networks considering business deal with Iran. DRDO unveils country's lightest bulletproof jacket. The Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO on Tuesday announced the development of India's latest bulletproof jacket capable of providing protection against the highest level of threats. Developed by the Defense Materials and Stores Research and Development Establishment DMSRDE in Kanpur. The jacket can withstand 7.62 mm ammunition, meeting level 6, the highest threat level specified by the Bureau of Indian Standard BIS. NSE introduced derivatives on Nifty Next 50 from today. The National Stock Exchange of India NSE will launch derivatives contracts on Nifty Next 50 index Nifty Next 50 from Wednesday. Securities and Exchange Board of India SEBI has approved derivatives on the Nifty Next 50 index on NSE. At UNSC, Kamboj highlights India's leadership in combating conflict-related sexual violence. India's permanent representative to United Nations Ruchira Kamboj on Tuesday retired to the United Nations Security Council India's commitment to women empowerment, peace and security. Addressing the UNSC, Kamboj said that the Indian government amended the constitution to reserve one-third of seats in national and state legislature for women, recognizing their pivotal roles as agents of change. Taiwan happy with US aid package, China objects to arms sales. Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen said on Wednesday she was happy the US Congress has passed the sweeping foreign aid package which includes arms support for the island. Has China urged Washington to stop selling weapons to Taipei? The United States is Taiwan's most important international backer and arms supplier even in the absence of formal diplomatic ties. China, which views Taiwan as its own territory, has repeatedly demanded arms sales stop. Germany to resume cooperation with Palestinian UNRWA agency. The German government plans to resume cooperation with an UN agency of Palestinian UNRWA in Gaza. The Foreign and Development Ministries said in a joint statement on Wednesday. The decision follows an investigation by the former French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna into whether some UNRWA employees were involved in the October 7 attack by Hamas. Iran ready to forge stronger ties with Sri Lanka, Raisi says. Iran is ready to strengthen ties with Sri Lanka and other Asian countries, its President Ibrahim Raisi said on Wednesday during a short visit to the island nation, the first by an Iranian president in 16 years. The two countries are set to sign 5 pacts on memorandums of understanding MOUs of the visit, only the second since one in April 2008 by Iran's then President Mohammad Ahmadinejad. Modi has done an unbelievable job in India, says JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon, chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase, praised PM Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday, saying India has made remarkable progress under his leadership. EU Parliament adopts new rules to improve air quality by 2030. The European Parliament adopted stricter, legally binding air pollution limits on Wednesday that must be complied with 2030. Why it's important? The World Health Organization tightened its air quality guidelines last year, hoping to push countries toward clean energy and prevent deaths caused by dirty air. Air pollution causes 300,000 कितना ये 3 लाख होगा 30 लाख premature deaths in Europe each year. EU Environment Commissioner Virginijus Sinkevicius said the tougher EU rules could reduce the number by 70% over the next 10 years. Salt Lake City poised for 2034 Olympics award. Salt Lake City is all but guaranteed to be awarded the 2034 Winter Olympics later this year, and officials said its robust infrastructure and enthusiastic public support have paved the way. Utah's capital city hosted the games back in 2002, and International Olympic Committee representatives recently toured the city and heard plans for its no-build games. Emir of Qatar returns home after observing the signing of a slew agreements with Nepal. The Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, returned home today after completing his 2-day state visit to Nepal. President of Nepal Ramchandra Paudal had reached the Tribhuvan International Airport (TIA) to bid farewell to the Qatari Emir. Sunflowers were the first ones to know. Selected for 77 Cannes Film Festival. Chindanand Nayak, a student at the Film and Television Institute of India (FTII), has achieved a remarkable feat as his film Sunflowers Were the First Ones to Know has been chosen for the competitive section of the 77th Cannes Film Festival in France. The festival, scheduled from May 15 to the 15th to May 24, 2024, will feature Nayak's film in the La Cinef section, which aims to promote emerging talents and recognize films from film school worldwide. Nepal hosts Energy Week, spotlight on its renewable energy for sustainable agriculture. The International Center for Integrated Mountain Development ICIMOD, which is an intergovernmental body comprising 8 member countries of Hindu Kush Himalayas in collaboration with the Alternative Energy Promotion Center AEPC and the International Water Management Institute IWMI, is organizing a week-long conference on renewable energy for agriculture. The conference aims to address the challenge in Nepal's irrigation sector, promote sustainable and inclusive renewable energy solutions, and foster collaboration among ICIMOD's regional member countries RMCs for scaling solar irrigation globally, formulate strategy for sustainable energy transitions in agriculture, thereby contributing to resilience, development goals, and global climate efforts. US official visit Jain Temple in California, tempering Indian Americans' backbone of strong relationship. US State Department Assistant Secretary Donald Liu on Wednesday visited Jain Temple in California and stressed that the Indian Americans are the backbone of a strong relationship between the two countries. Following his visit, community leader Ajay Bhutoria welcomed State Department Assistant Secretary Donald Liu along with Senior Advisor for Domestic Outreach Jennifer Miller and Marisa Morales, Administrative Support Specialist to the Assistant Secretary, joined by the Southern California Jain Temple leadership team, which included Jaina Past Jain President Mahesh Vadar, Jain Temple President Sameer Shah, Vice President Ketan Shah, and executive team members. US births retreat after pandemic era growth. The number of births in the United States fell by 2% in 2023 from the previous year, driven in part by a marked birth rate decline among older teenagers and women aged 20 to 24, according to a report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) released on Thursday. RBI directs Kotak Mahindra Bank to cease issuing fresh credit cards. The Reserve Bank of India has directed Kotak Mahindra Bank to cease issuing fresh credit cards and onboarding new customers through online and mobile banking channels. TRAI release recommendations on telecom infrastructure and spectrum sharing. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India TRAI has released a comprehensive set of recommendations aimed at enhancing the efficient utilization of telecom infrastructure and valuable spectrum resource across the country. Recommendations were issued in response to a request from the Department of Telecommunications to explore ways to enable sharing of network resource among telecom operators. Actor Randeep Hooda honored with Lata Dinanath Mangeshkar Award. Actor Randeep Hooda has been bestowed with Lata Dinanath Mangeshkar Award in recognition of his contribution to Indian cinema and his recent film Satyantya Veer Savarkar. Swatantrata Veer Savarkar. Supreme Court launched Worst of Service case info now just a ping away. Chief Justice of India CJI D.Y. Chandrachud announced on Thursday that the Supreme Court will debut on WhatsApp, providing information about cause list, case filing, and case listing directly to advocates via WhatsApp messages. The CGI said that despite being a small initiative, it could have a significant impact. Thus, highlighted that integrating WhatsApp messaging service with the Supreme Court's IT infrastructure would strengthen access to justice and enhance transparency in judicial system. Justice Chandrachud also shared the official WhatsApp number 876876676 of the Supreme Court and clarified that it will not be accepting any message or calls. EU launches probe into China's medical device procurement practices. The European Commission has launched an investigation into China's alleged practice of favoring domestic companies in tenders for medical devices. The move comes amid long-standing grievance from the European Union regarding discriminatory practices that hinder European companies from accessing China's lucrative medical device market. Meta Sparks Tech sell-off has AI splurge spooks Wall Street. Shares of Meta performance. Meta sank nearly 15% on Thursday, sparking a sell-off in big tech stocks after the social media giant signaled its costly bet on AI would take years to pay off. The pre-market drop was set to erase more than $180 billion from the company's market value and triggered a drop of 2% to 5% in shares of AI-focused firms Microsoft, MSFT, Alphabet, and Snap. India showcases diverse education offering at GETEx 2024. India has made a strong impression at the Global Education and Training Exhibition GETEx Global Education and Training Exhibition 2024 currently underway at the Dubai World Trade Center, boasting the largest presence at the event. The India Pavilion showcases the country's commitment to international higher education, organized by the Service Exporter Promotion Council SEPC, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and the Consulate General of India at Dubai. The pavilion showcases India's commitment to promoting international higher education. President of Nepal inaugurates Himalayan Hydro Expo 2024 in Kathmandu today. On the eve of the investment summit in Nepal, the Independent Power Producers Association Nepal organized the Himalayan Hydro Expo 2024. The expo was inaugurated today by President of Nepal Ramchandra Paudel in Kathmandu. The head of the state expressed that there are huge possibilities in Nepal to achieve prosperity through the rapid deployment of energy. The theme of the expo is green energy for prosperity. Okay, that's done. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.